Okay, this is the PFDs we have. They're Type 5, older style PFD. This is meant for a rescuer to wear, Type 5. You got this all-purpose helmet. This is it's got an adjustment on here, chin strap, luminescent, reflective. So helmet, PFD, and a throw bag. This is the minimum for us at Broad River to wear at a water rescue. Trained rescuers, they have more equipment that they should be putting on. This is the bare minimum if you're going to be within 10 foot of the water. Okay, on the PFD, we should have a whistle, a light source, a knife. In this case, we've only got whistles, and we do have the blowout ring on the back of the vest. This is velcroed here, and it's through this quick release belt. This is the only way a rescuer should ever be tied to a rope. Knotted, tied, locking carabiner. It should always go to a blowout ring so that if you get in a situation, you can release yourself. Okay, this has got a short cord on it, just so whoever's wearing it, they could attach themselves to something if they needed to. It's on the blowout ring. Okay, so this belt, the instructions on most PFDs are on a label on the inside on how to route this belt. So if you were attached to this, if a strong swimmer was wearing this attached to a throw rope, for example, and it got hung up and they needed to release, they can pull on this and that belt is gonna release from the vest in the blowout ring and they'll be free to swim. Okay, so to route this belt, I just go through this buckle like so, and then I go through this nylon belt buckle and clamp it down. Okay, so if I needed to release, I just pull that. Okay, whistles. It's hard to communicate near noisy water. So one short blast is to get somebody's attention or tell them to stop. It's basically, I want everybody to look at me just for a second. Short blast. Okay, 2 short blast. Look upstream. Everybody look upstream. There's something going on there. 3 short blasts. Look downstream. Want everybody to look. Anybody that's at that rescue scene should follow. They hear 3 short blasts, look downstream. 2 short blasts, look upstream. 1 short blast, it's to get everybody's attention. Okay, those are the basic ones. If you hear 3 long blasts, there's some sort of an emergency. Okay, your upstream safety should have a whistle. If they see something coming down the water that's a hazard, like a big tree limb is coming down, you know, they can do their 3 long blasts or the 2 short blasts, or even a single blast. They need to do something to get everybody's attention that there's a hazard coming downstream. Okay, so that's what the whistle's for. Okay, let's do the rescue disc first. So the instructions are on here. It's got Velcro on here. Take the Velcro off. And you want to get about 10 feet off of this. This is rolled on here counterclockwise, so this is good for a left-handed thrower. Okay, so I'm going to pull 10 feet off. I'm going to try and throw it left-handed. It needs to be rolled the other way. So I'm going to hold on with your strong arm, throw it. You want to shoot past the victim if you're trying to get this line to them. Okay, that's it. Throw it like a frisbee. You could use this to pull the victim. If they grab, if we're looking, and this is downstream, river right, the victim is the cone, they're gonna have to grab, tell them, get their attention, throw it, they grab the line, and then you've got 10 feet of line here. Once it goes tight, they'll start swinging over. If you can, get them to put it over their right shoulder, the string, and then they'll swing, automatically swing over to river right, to the bank. If you have to, you can adjust where you are to get them to into an eddy to get out of the river easy. Okay, here's our standard water rescue throw bag. Okay, it's got floating nylon rope in it. Okay, so if I am a downstream safety at a water rescue incident, or I'm just trying to get this out to a victim, if this is floating by, the victim's floating by, so my victim is this scenario is a cone. I am on river right, so the water is running in this direction to my right, so that's downstream, river right. If I was on the other side looking downstream, it'd be river left over there. Okay, I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna strong arm this. I'm gonna show you underhand method first. So if you're not good, this is more accurate for a beginner thrower or somebody that hasn't, if you have to deploy this. So weak arm, holding my slack, my end. Strong arm. Here, I'm gonna go underhand. That's my victim floating by from left to right. I wanna aim for past the victim. Get it past them. You don't want to end up short. Aim for past. Ideally, you want to go right over the top of them, so they don't have to swim or do anything to maneuver to get to the rope. So, my victim, I want to get their attention. Yell at them. Yell at them, get their attention before you throw, and yell rope. Rope! Grab the rope, grab the rope. Tell your victim to grab the rope. Okay? So they're gonna grab this rope. They may have to swim forward a little bit to get it, or back, depending on how you threw it. Once they get it, because I'm bringing them to river right, they're gonna grab it, the line will go tight, they're gonna swing to the right. I can get them to go even faster if I get them to put that rope over their left shoulder. Tell them to hold the rope over their left shoulder. That's gonna angle their body and they're gonna swing over to river right. Okay, be prepared. If this is really fast water, that you may not be able to hold them. You might have to do a little bit of a dynamic belay, for lack of a better term, or if you want them to get to a safer spot, maybe past some strainers. So you may have to move downstream to get them to eddy out on river right in a safe spot. Okay? If I miss them, I can pull back a bunch of line into my strong arm using my left arm. Get a bunch of this slack. You don't have to get it all back. and throw again. Okay, that knotted up, but you can get a second throw in without having to repack the bag. All right, all this is going to take practice. Let's try that again. See. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I got a second throw in without bringing the whole line back in. Okay. Okay, to repack this bag, this water throw bag, what I like to do is put this over my shoulder so it's feeding down. All you do is stuff this back in all the way. Okay, pretty simple. Don't coil it and put it in there. You just stuff it back in. You may be doing this a couple of times at a water rescue incident if you're chasing a victim that's floating down the water. So the next downstream thrower is attempting while you repack this, and then you're going to go downstream to the next throwing spot. So that's it. Just pack it back in.